Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have Amanda here today. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Tap. We're here today because we are going to demonstrate how to test your blood glucose sugar. Have you ever done this before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Are you feeling overwhelmed?
A little bit with everything going on. I'm just not sure what all the instruments are that you have in
Okay.
front of me.
And which is understandable. It is a lot and it can be overwhelming, but we are here today to make sure we can walk you step by step on how to test your blood glucose properly. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the material we do have. So included in this kit, we have your blood glucose reading machine. We have your lancing device, which is what you will actually poke into your finger to get the blood that we will place on the test strip. So this is important in getting the blood. And then when we actually want to place the blood on the test strip, we will use these test strips. And this is what they look like. I can get closer. Can you see that, Amanda?
Yeah, I can see that.
So on this end, this is where we will, you see where that has those three lines. This line in the middle is where we want to place the blood. And then this black and white section is what's going to be inserted into your testing device. So that is one thing. Another thing is every time you do, before you go in with your lancing device and poke yourself, you want to go in with an alcohol swab and just clean that area prior to poking yourself. So that's what we're going to get started with today. So we are going to just clean up your finger, whichever finger you want to use.
We'll use this one.
Okay, sounds good. So I just want to go ahead, clean it pretty good, get the edges. You're usually going to go in from the side of the finger. And as that's drying, we can get the testing device set up. And as I said, the black and white end is going to go into the machine. So just like that. And when you do insert it into the machine will cue this code, and then it'll say, place the blood onto the drop, apply the blood. So that's ready to go. So next, as her finger is still drying, we're going to get our lancing device. And I think her finger is pretty dry right now. And to prime this device, you are going to pull this back and you'll hear a little click. And then you want to go in from the side of her finger, not too much pressure, but just enough so that we can get some blood. And there we go. And you don't want to squeeze the finger necessarily, but you want to milk it. And Amanda definitely is a stubborn one because we're getting some blood, but not enough. But you do see it coming. If you don't like blood, I'm sorry. Maybe look away, but it's not a crazy amount of blood we have here. So I'm not squeezing her finger. I'm kind of just milking it. And you see that? So I would say like about that we are getting a good enough amount of blood. So I take it, Amanda, you don't bleed easily. Okay, so we're going to take the testing device, and with the amount of blood we have, you want to just allow it to go into the test strip. And you are going to get a blood reading. And Amanda's blood reading today is 102, which is looking very good. Have you eaten recently?
I did. I had, I believe I had lunch about an hour ago.
Okay, wonderful. So that's a pretty good reading for the meantime. I'm just going to place a Band-Aid on that. And when you are complete with your testing device, you're going to just remove the test strip and you are going to toss it in like a sharps container, such as this, or you can throw it away in the garbage. And then you will put your other material away. Do you have any questions on what we just did?
Yeah, what do I do with the needle that's in the lancing device? Am I allowed to reuse that, or what's
so every time that you do poke yourself for the first time, you will actually take this cap off and you will replace it with a new lancet.
Okay.
And this is something that is done every time because you're not going to want to reuse the needle just for safety concerns and cleanliness. So that is how you appropriately take your blood glucose. This can easily be done on yourself. Whatever your dominant hand is, I would just hold the lancing device, poke your opposite hand, and then just take your testing device and just do the same thing we do. And just make sure that you're cleaning your finger before you do this step.